Hello, this is Michele Knight. This is finally the astrological update for Taurus. Sorry about that. Mercury has been messing with my mojo. Anyway, this is an incredibly intense week for all of us. And we've all got to pay attention because there's great messages and gifts coming from the universe. It kicks off with a mystic rectangle with Uranus, Ceres and Eris conjunct in your mystical place, sextile the moon in your financial sector, and trine Jupiter in your health and well-being sector. Anyway, there's a lot going on, put it that way. A mystic rectangle is like a big envelope from the sky that delivers you a message, and within that message it talks to you about all your gifts and all you have to offer the world and things inside yourself that may have laid dormant. And for you, this is probably partly to do with your health and your well-being and how strong you are and what a strong constitution you have, and how you could, if you look after yourself more, you know, the world really is your oyster. But it's also saying to you that this week particularly you are fiercely intuitive and psychic. Now if you go to horoscope.co.uk and read your individual written horoscope that goes along with this video, I talk a lot about Ceres and Eris. They are warrior goddesses, and they are putting the real fight into this week and the strength, but it can be a little bit tricky. And for you, you will probably act on your instincts this week, but it's really important that you sit with things and you observe what's going on. The end of the week is much easier than the beginning of the week, although the mystic rectangle does give you the superpowers to handle what's going on in between. It's all like we're in the middle of our own fairy tale and we have to be the hero of our own lives this week and also be very, very fair. Otherwise, chaos will reign. Now on the 12th, we have a full moon, and this full moon is in your position of communication. And thank goodness, Mercury, the planet of communication, is now going direct. So there could be a conversation that's incredibly important and it brings things to a head. But along with the full moon on the 12th, we also have the dreaded Cardinal Grand Cross. Now don't panic, because Cardinal Grand Cross is like yoga for our soul. It stretches us in all directions to see what we're made of. And like any good yoga class, we have to stretch ourselves and push ourselves that little bit further. But actually we find probably that we can do it. We've just forgotten how to do it. We're not as bendy as we were when we were babies. So it's about really opening our soul to what we need to learn. And Uranus, Ceres and Eris are kicking off with the moon and also squaring Jupiter and squaring Uranus. And there's all sorts of a kerfuffle going on in the heavens. Now for you, you might be torn between wanting to express yourself, wanting to change things, wanting to shake things up, and really wanting to follow your soul's journey. Have you been behaving in your life, being in your life, working in your life the way that your authentic soul tells you that you should? Have you been ignoring what your soul's been telling you? Cardinal Grand Cross is going to bring about probably conversations and situations that make you examine your life on a deeper level. And it could be that somebody pops up that is kind of poking your buttons, or indeed maybe telling you a deeper truth. Are you looking after yourself physically? I think this is one of the main messages for you, in fact, for this year, as Jupiter is in your health and well-being sector. You might feel that you want to detox your life, not just your body. You want to sort out your home, sort out all the finer details in your life and get fit and strong. And ironically, or probably not ironically, this ends up giving you the power and the passion to achieve everything that you want this year and to really turn things around. So it's just about looking after yourself. And I'm very close to a lot of Taurians. My mother was a Taurus, my son's a Taurus. You know, I've got Taurus midheaven. I understand Taurians on a deep level, and one of the things that I notice about Taurians is they are capable of anything and they can achieve anything, and they're very powerful. But sometimes they get into routines, or sometimes eating patterns, or things that, you know, a little bit self-destructive while appearing to be pleasurable. So ponder on that, my Taurus friend. And on the 13th, we have something lovely happening, which you're going to enjoy. Venus and Neptune are conjunct, and it's creating a wonderful, beautiful, delicious time for you. You know, your mate Venus is pouring a soft glow over you, and it's particularly good for when you go out and about. If you're single, you can meet someone in a crowd, for instance, or you can influence crowds in a positive way. And again, you're coming from your soul. You're able to talk about soul matters and creative stuff much more easily. Mercury, the planet of communication, is re-entering your position of adventure on the 13th. And this is a theme that's going to come up for you. Adventuring, opening up, learning new things, traveling, breaking out of your patterns. And you're able to discuss new philosophies and new ideas on the 13th. And on the 14th, there's a grand fire trine, which, although it doesn't necessarily influence you directly, it makes you feel sure and strong and able to believe in what you need to do. And not only that, it gives you the impetus, it gives you the strength, it gives you the power to do what you've got to do. Anyway, a fascinating week. Do go and read some more. I put a lot of effort into this week's written, actually, and I really enjoyed it. So let me know what you think. Lots of love, take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks for listening, and please, if you haven't yet, it'd be great if you could subscribe, share, like, or comment. Take care, see you next week.